John, I believe this age in Western culture is characterized by accessible media that is very frighteningly good at manipulating our emotions. And in light of that current reality, why is the message of Christian hedonism still as relevant in 2025 as it was in 1986 when it was first published? How do we know this delight in God is deeper than that emotional manipulation that we are being fed constantly?
The reason the message of the book is still relevant is because it's true. God is still God. Man's heart is still a desire factory. And God is still glorified most in us when we're satisfied most in Him. Those truths will never change. That's the first answer. Which is why I think the book is still in print. People read it and they say, that seems real, that seems true. And so they share it with somebody. So you never become irrelevant by speaking the truth. The truth never wears out. The challenges of distraction and competition for our hearts change from time to time. And right now, we have in our pockets the greatest distraction that's ever existed. I call it iPhone. And David had you do the little test to see how you're doing. But the principles haven't changed and never will change. And maybe one more thing. The book is not evocative mainly. I tried to write creatively. I tried to quote people that are creative. I tried to point to creative things. I wanted to write in a winsome, compelling way. But mainly it's an argument. It's an argument. Arguments last. Evocation, is that a word? Whatever the noun form is. Evocativeness changes. Arguments, if they're valid, based on true premises, don't become invalid. I think my argument is an accurate representation of what the Bible teaches, and I think it is logically sound. I think it corresponds to experience and reality, and therefore will always be relevant. And therefore, if you find yourself being drawn away to more compelling emotional powers, you need not only alternative evocativeness, but you need arguments, because you're whole people, right? You are people with minds and people with hearts, and to try to capture the heart with just evocative statements will never hold year after year. People need a place to stand with their minds. That's why school exists here, and not just drama or painting or poetry. We need arguments, and on that foundation, that biblical foundation, then we can be as creative as possible to provide alternatives to the power that you're talking about.
Pastor John, I love it when I find little hints of Christian hedonism in very unlikely places. For example, this